When they were talking about this, Jesus himself stood among them and said to them, "Peace be with you." They were startled and terrified and thought they were seeing a ghost. He said to them, "Why are you frightened? And why do doubts arise in your hearts? Look at my hands and my feet. See that it is I myself. Touch me and see, for a ghost does not have flesh and bones as you see that I have." Don't you find it interesting that after everything that Jesus went through and he appears in his new resurrected body, that he doesn't have the lashes, the hundreds of lashes all over his body, but he still has pierced hands, feet, and a side? Why? Because they are the marks of the crucifixion. See, Jesus refused to have those healed in his resurrected body. Why? Because he wants to remind us of why we have been saved and how we are saved. It's very tempting, understandably, to want to forget about Good Friday and think about it just once a year. But the Church wants to remind us of the reality of what takes place at the Mass. The Mass is meal and sacrifice. And of course, we receive Jesus as he is glorified. But the only reason why the gates of heaven were opened are because of what Jesus did on the cross. And that's why it's so important to have a crucifix always by the altar. We have this outstanding one up above. We have one over there, one on the altar itself. People want to place the resurrected Jesus there. Jesus is resurrected. Of course, he's in the Eucharist himself. But we always need to remember that it was because of what he did on the cross for our salvation. And even Paul says, he says that I preach Christ crucified. So this is not supposed to lead me to despair, but it's supposed to lead us to an incredibly deeper sense of gratitude for the great gift that God gives us. So we thank the crucified Lord for saving us, and we ask the Lord for the grace to be able to never forget the cost of our salvation. God bless you, and see you at Mass this Sunday.